This is Khashir. Welcome to part 4 of Tic-Tac-Toe with Python and Turtle. In this part, I'm going to start with choosing the first player each time we run the game. So in our main function here, let's delete these 3 lines and we write one variable called turn. So turn equal random dot range, and it will generate number between 0 to and 2. So every time we will have 1 or 0. And here we have 2 conditions. If turn equal 0, that would be for us game equal game, and game dot clear board. A clear board will simply clean the board. So somewhere we can make a function, for example, somewhere here, define clear board self and self dot clear. And after we create one object from the class, we clean the board because possibly it won't be the first time we are playing. Every time the game finish, tie, win or lose, it will jump back to main loop. So it will clean the screen. And after again, it will draw the board. So game dot draw the board, and font equal Arial 18, game dot go to -100, -150. These numbers I find it's the best place for having some kind of text over screen there. And game dot color white, you can choose your own color, and game dot write your turn, and font equal font. Now we can use winsound as well. Winsound dot beep, 1500 is frequency and 200 for duration. Time dot sleep, 2 seconds or 1 second, and game dot undo. Game dot undo will clean the screen from the text. So it cleaned the text from screen. Actually, so after we call the turtle on screen method. Turtle dot on screen click, and their game dot user. Okay, and else if the turn is not 0, again everything will be same. We can copy here on these lines, come here, and after turtle dot on screen click, we just have to call the computer function dot computer, and we change here to my turn. So we will have a random starter player here. My turn. Okay. and the rest. Okay, now let's come up to user, take care of minor stuff in the user function, and I want to show you something. All right, let's say we run the game, and instead of clicking and choosing one spot, we click somewhere out of these 3x3 squares, and here we will have non-type error. It's have type error, list indices must be integer or slice, non-type error. How we can fix it? I want to have something, some kind of message like click on the board or something like that. So let's take care of that. To doing that, we just have to use try except block. So try who is messaging me? So try set that move, we push it a little bit there. And also, before we go through that, actually, let me just push everything here and write the accept after we take care of the rest. So accept type error. And when that error happened, font equal Arial 18, set that color, we can have red color here, and self dot go to -100, -150, and self dot right click on board and font equal font time that slip 0.50, 0.5, and self dot undo, which can remove the text from the screen. So let's try it. Okay, click on board. When I click somewhere out of this grid, I will get this message that I should click on board. Okay. Now let's take care of tie message when we have tie. We can try after assigning the X character to move, can say if self.count equal 9, then font equal again Arial. You can choose different font, depends on your system, but some fonts are available on all of the systems, all systems by default, and the Arial is one of them as far as I know. So self dot go to -100, -150, and here self dot right tie and font equal font. It means, because if you remember, we are counting the moves, so if there's a 9th move, then of course if we don't win or if we don't lose, then the game is tie, and after we have to take care of the win function. And here time.sleep 1, self.undo, which is cleaning the screen again, and we go to main function, and else we assign the X and Y for mouse click, and we go there. Now another thing is we can take care of clicking on full spot or the spot is already taken. So if self.board self.spot self.spot it's not empty, it's not empty, then again font equal Arial and size 18, self.color red, self.go to -100 and -150, self.right, spot is full or spot is taken, and font equal font. Again, time.sleep 1 and self.undo. Else we can have these lines here. So check how it works. What is expansion of block? X. Oh yeah, of course. Okay. Okay. When I click out of the board, I will have this message, and when I click on the spot that's already taken, I will have this message. Okay. Now let's take care of Checkin. Here, when we assign the value to a new character to our list, after we can check, can f self.checkin, same as if self.checkin is true. So if self.checkin is true, self.cross X and Y, and after self.font, no, self.font, sorry, it should be font. After font equal again Arial, and size can be 18, and self.color just white, and we go to position, self.go to -100 and -150, self.right in, and font equal font, again self.sleep font, no, it's not self.sleep, time.sleep 1 second or 2 seconds, after self.undo, and main. Okay. Also, we can add later on, you can do it if, like, ask a question if you want to play again, and if the answer is yes, and after call the main function. And here again we can say else. So set that if it's not win, then count the move. You don't have to have word print here, and we get the cross from mouse click and after call the computer. So eventually we have to do the same thing for computer. And in computer we remove this line, that indicator. Again, after self.move equal O, can write we can just copy this line here, which is totally same. And we just need to copy this couple of lines, come to computer, and after self.move, just paste everything here. And after, you can say else. Will be all these lines. So we just highlight them and move them forward. Actually, this is self.clear, so we don't have to move it. Actually, then this is another function. And after, we need to add self.info here too. Self.info. I don't know if I wrote this function or not. Self.info and time.sleep. 1 second. And self.undo. Okay, let me check if I wrote self.info. Do we have self.info here? No, I don't think so. Okay. Self.define info self. And that would be small list what we have, like printing the list on the screen as a text on screen for Turtle. So how we can do it? We can just say self.pen color. We can set it to yellow to make it different a little bit to from other text. Self.go to and self.x text position and self.text position and self.write self.board. We don't need to have font here. All right, and we come back to computer here. After we have info, we display that line, sleep for 1 second, and after clean that list from the screen. And after we add one more line. Instead of referring to Checkin, for first, second, and third in self.win positions if self.board f equal self.board second and equal to self.board third and self.board f. It's not empty space, then now font equal Arial size 14 self.color white. Actually, we could have separate function for writing, so we didn't have to repeat ourselves. Maybe you can come up with kind of function that to keep things a little bit more simple. As they say, follow the dry principle, like don't repeat yourself, but never mind. So that's right. Now here we can and font equal font win sound dot beep, this time frequency 3000 and 200 for duration. Time that sleep 1 second, self.undo and calling the main function. So let's see here what we have. First we check if the game is tie. If it's not tie, then we follow the logic of the game and here we show that small list on the screen, which is same here if you can see on command line. And after we check for win positions, and if the game is over, if we win, we call the main function and everything will start over. So let's try it if everything works okay. X text position, maybe I didn't write self before, or I have something set. Let's go to line 152. Line 152 to set that X position, X text position. What I have here. Oh, I totally forgot. Yeah, here we need to add these two more attributes. Set that X text position equal 60 and set that y text position equal 150. It's a good thing to always have as much as possible constants, so you don't you will not have to deal with magic numbers, as it's said they say. So when later on you review your code, you know what's going on with these numbers, like what is everything, if what is text position, what is y text position, what is. All right, now we try one more time. Where is it? Oh, maybe I have one problem. Yeah, I think I shut it down. No. Game of attributes X text position again. Set X text position, Y text position. Did I save it? Maybe not. More time. Okay. You see up there to the right side of the screen board we have small list printing, and here I win. Yes, you win. You will clean the screen and again start the game. Yeah, now is tie. Maybe we can add one more time this line here. We copy this line from up after move. That's happens before move, before ninth move. Now after ninth move we can have tie again. Okay. Tie. Okay. Now the game is completed and all the functions are working as we expect. We have two error checker here, and also the logic of the game is working and text over screen is working. Now it's up to you if you want to develop and work on this program more and, I don't know, add whatever you like, simplify it, complicate it, however you want. So my tutorial for this program is finished here. As always, if you like my tutorials, my videos, please subscribe, and thanks for watching. I see you in next tutorial, I suppose.